the 2022 Deuces KTM Factory Edition and also the Husqvarna Rockstar Edition come with a quick shifter. First production motorcycle, first production motocross bike to come with a quick shifter. And it really got me thinking about like quick shifters and motocross, and is it even really worth it? The trick to this quick shifter is this sensor right here, which can actually detect the slightest movement in your shift lever, sending a signal to the motorcycle's brain, which tells it to cut the spark to the engine, taking the load off the gearbox, allowing the rider to upshift to the next highest gear without even rolling off the throttle or even touching the clutch. Nowadays, quick shifters come on pretty much everything: adventure bikes, touring bikes, cruisers, obviously sport bikes. But what about that bike over there? When I read that the new KTM Factory Edition was coming with a quick shifter, I thought, wow, that's really cool. Probably the first motocross bike that comes production with a quick shifter. But then I thought, do I even need a quick shifter for motocross? I do 90% of my upshifts in the air where there's no load on the engine. Why do I need a quick shifter? Like the rest of the world, in need of some additional information, I turned to Google. Google knows everything. So, the first thing I found was the Vital MX forum. Skypig says that quick shift kits for non-linkage bikes are common now. That's important for two things. One, motocross bikes don't have linkages. The shift lever bolts directly onto the shift shaft, unlike street bikes that have a linkage between the shift shaft and the actual shift lever. The other thing that's important to note here is this was posted by Skypig in 2019. We're rolling on to 2022. Have I been missing out for the last couple of years? Is everybody running quick shifters on motocross bikes now? Next, I ran into this moto racing shop website. Apparently, Heel Tech makes a quick shifter for the Yamaha YZ250F for years 01 through 20. Man, that's a shit ton of years. So at the end of the day, two things really kind of came to mind. Number one, if you're racing, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind a quick shifter would be advantageous to have at the start of the race. When that gate drops, whether you're on a concrete start, a dirt start, doesn't matter. Unless it's a really, really short start, a quick shifter is going to give you an advantage. The second thing that came to mind was 10% is still 10%. Even if I only upshift on the ground 10% of the time, that's still an area of 10% that could be improved upon. And what if it's actually 15 or 20%? Maybe I don't upshift in the air as much as I think I do. That's when I decided, let's go take a look at some footage from the last session at the motocross track. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to put a box over on the left side of the screen to record the number of upshifts in the air, the total number of upshifts, and why not, the total number of downshifts, and then what gear I'm in at any particular moment in time as we're riding around the track. I'm also going to add a green up arrow for upshifts, a blue down arrow for downshifts, just to make it a little bit easier to see on the screen. All right, let's get started. This point into the lap, I'm starting to run up on some slower riders, and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use some editing magic and I'm going to splice in the same section of track, but on a different lap when there was nobody in front of me. That way I'm getting to use the lines that I normally use and hit the shift points I normally hit, hopefully making the video accurate as possible. So you're about to see all the bikes in front of me disappear.
Woo! That was fun.
All right, we didn't quite get the entire lap in, but that's okay. Check out this little kid on the 50, man. He is killing it. So this was actually a really fun video to make because I learned a couple of things. Number one, my original guesstimation of 90% upshifts are in the air, way off. It's pretty even split. We had 10 upshifts, half of them in the air. So the other half obviously is on the ground. Now, to answer the question that is the entire point of this video, do I think that a quick shifter can be advantageous for motocross, supercross applications? I can't really speak to supercross because I don't have any experience in supercross. But clearly, half of our upshifts are with wheels on the ground, engine under load. So I think yes. I think absolutely a quick shifter on a motocross bike would be beneficial, especially if you're racing, because the starts are so critically important, man. The last thing you want to do is be eating people's roost for laps on end. It sucks. So if a quick shifter can help you get better starts, why not, man? People put hole shot devices on their bikes for the exact same reason, so do it. That is the end of this video. Hope you guys liked it, and as always, keep the rubber side down, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.